you need to surround your target audience. Learn more at surroundchicago.com. Surroundchicago.com, connecting you with new customers.
It's time for On Target Radio, Chicagoland's only radio show dedicated to the red meat issues that affect your life, from gun control to freedom of speech. Now, debating, debunking, and discussing today's hot issues. Here are your hosts, David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz.
Welcome to On Target Radio. On tonight's show, find out what Beto O'Rourke says you will do. Corporate social activism, when the tail wags the dog, and Biden's racist idea of reparations. Later, your moment of AOC Zen, disappearing Miami. All that and more on tonight's On Target Radio. To participate, give us a call at 312-642-5600. Go to our Facebook page, On Target Radio, and make a comment or leave a question there. Or watch us on YouTube, On Target Radio.
Next week, it will be the Voice.
It'll be the Eric Show.
It'll be the Eric Show. The FCC has already been put on notice, I think, and we'll try and make it a good show. I have some ideas, so I think it's going to be.
Did George grow an extra index finger so he can hit the button?
I think he got a remote button, is what he did. So he just carried it around with him, so you can just hit it.
And all we know is we really don't know what he's going to do. I mean, we have no idea. I've asked him several times that we know something about porn. I know that.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a variety show. Kind of a ranty variety show, I think.
Eric said he's just going to talk about how this country's going into the crapper.
Pretty much, but that's all of our shows.
That'll
but
be
we're going to
different
focus
from ours.
we're going to focus on a couple different things. But it's gonna definitely be interesting, though.
Yeah, we'll be in Phoenix.
We will
at the
Gun Rights Policy Conference.
Yeah,
maybe you guys can call in.
We probably can.
We chatted about that subject. We're
you're going to call in and take over the show.
I don't know about that. We're having dinner with my sister and her family. So
okay.
Depending on what time we have dinner, we might be calling in towards the end.
Okay. We'll have one of the kids.
Because they're 2 hours. Yeah, we'll put Annika up to it. She's she's the actress.
Gotcha.
They're 2 hours earlier than us, so. Our 9 is their 7, so maybe by 7:30 we'll be done with dinner.
I was all for listening to an entire hour and just calling in over and over and over again and harassing you.
Pretending like we're different
You
people.
know what? I could probably handle that. I'd give it back just as quick as you can give it to me. So
that's probably true. Yeah,
it'd be pretty good. I did want to give a special shout out to Josh, who might be listening tonight. I can't say a whole lot more than that, but I wish him well and hope he's listening.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Well, that leaves me in the dark. I'm the only one that doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, Lord, yes, you do.
Speaking of being in the dark.
We'll tell you during the commercial break.
Speaking of being in the dark, Beto?
Yes.
Yeah?
What about Beto?
Well, Beto, here's one of the more brilliant. I don't know if you've been watching the Democratic debates, and I didn't see this last one, but I read about it. But they're like tripping over each other to be insane. I mean, each one's trying to be dumber than the other. Yeah. So O'Rourke says, listen to this. It's about AR-15s. He goes, he believes that gun owners will turn in AR-15s if they become illegal and cops won't go door to door. So I believe that America will comply with the law. We expect people to follow the law, and that's certainly what I believe will happen. He talks about people will willingly, happily turn in their guns.
So wait a second. I'm a little bit confused here. So the reason we want to get rid of AR-15s is supposedly because people do bad things with them and they kill people and they hurt people. But all of our law-abiding gun owners, right, because they have to be law-abiding if they're going to follow the law and turn them in.
Right.
So are the criminals supposed to be in this group of people who are going to be happily turning them in? Or I don't understand this.
Neither do I.
I don't know.
It
seems to me like Beto thinks he's magically like in the Parliament of Australia or something.
I think they have marijuana laws there that he can. So he goes on.
You want what he's smoking?
He's from Texas, right? Which is not exactly a place where you expect people to line up to turn in guns.
No.
And he says, Texans who want AR-15s, they've told me, I don't need this. I don't need it to hunt. I don't need to protect myself. Giving this back or cutting it to pieces or selling it to the government helps keep us safer. Then by all means do it.
We talked about this on the last show. They really publicize when these people go turn them in. It's on Facebook and YouTube and the news. Like, oh, look at this person. He turned his AR-15 into the police. Wow, this is so cool. Yeah. How many of those have we seen?
Well,
3, 4.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Maybe.
They don't do that. But I think
I posted a link to a story. I think it was Dallas, and a guy, like, it was a white dude in a pickup truck. He was like, took his gun to the police station and was like turning it in. I'm like, it made the news. Okay, they put it on the evening news. That's how weird it is.
Right, exactly.
You're listening to On Target Radio. This is AM 560. The Answer. Give us a call 312-642-5600. Will you turn it in? This is Texas. Okay, now maybe if he interviewed people in Austin, he might get this.
Okay, that must be who he's thinking of.
but he says Texans who own AR-15s, they've told me I don't need this.
Maybe we have some Texans that can. We do have a guy in Texas that listens. That maybe he can call in and tell us if he's going to willingly hand his AR over.
Yeah, we need our Texas people to call in tonight.
By the way,
give a Beto your opinion.
Did you know said guy from Texas was elected mayor of his town?
Really?
Can you? I find this really interesting.
Not the winner of the contest. Our older friend. Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Tim Dalen,
who used to be the original co-host.
The former co-host. Of the
show.
I
think he's Yoder, Texas, right?
No, two different people.
Oh, different people. Okay.
Two different people. Yeah.
Okay.
But you take a guy who's actually from Washington State, who
no,
lived
you
here
said he's from Oregon.
Oregon, Washington.
Yeah, one of those places. Yeah, and he launders himself through Illinois of all places, and goes to Texas in a small town and defeats the incumbent mayor. Now, what does that say about the incumbent mayor?
That's a really good question.
You can't launder anything through Illinois. If you try to launder money through this state, by the time you get out of it, you won't have any left.
I think it's worse. I think it's dirtier when it's done.
But if you get a Norwesterner from Illinois with a big beard,
that is really funny.
And he beats your incumbent guy, there's something wrong there.
It's the beard.
Is.
That's why he won. I bet the incumbent mayor was clean shaven.
They probably thought he was ZZ Top.
You got to grow a beard, Gretchen.
So anyway, our friend says, and this is actually pithy, okay? He goes, when asked about, people are asking, would you, as president, would you, really do this? Would you go after the guns? He goes, hell yes. We're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. He says, we're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore. And he wants a mandatory confiscation of these guns whereby individuals will be compensated for their firearms. Now, first of all, honestly, can you see that happening?
The only thing I'm willing to do is turn in my AR-15 for an AR-10. I'll go down 5 ARs.
Well, that's generous.
That to me is a win-win, I guess. I'll.
The interesting thing is Senator Chris Coons, who I know. What can I say? But he brings up a very interesting point. He's a Democrat, and he goes, dude, you have opened up Pandora's box. Because what have the Democrats always said? We're not trying to disarm America.
No.
And that is exactly what he has said. Hell yes, I'm going to take him away.
And I think even moreover, I think he's already had a T-shirt made of him saying that.
Yeah.
For his campaign.
It's interesting. We got Mike on the phone from the north side. Mike, how you doing this evening?
Hi, thanks for taking my call. A couple questions I want to ask you about guns. I don't own guns. I've been shot and robbed a couple of times, but
I don't own a gun.
None of these. I don't own a gun, no. But I believe everyone has a right to own a gun. Now, why is it none of these laws the Democrats are proposing allow for the police officers to access space? It's like we want to go after gangbangers with guns, but the Democrats and Congress not allow it. And another question I want to ask is, if guns kill people, then do cars drive drunk, and do spoons make me fat?
They made Rosie O'Donnell fat. I missed the first part of your question. You blocked out. And he's gone.
What he was asking was that if the Democrats are trying to confiscate all weapons, especially quote-unquote assault weapons, are they going to make gang databases available to the government for that?
Okay. Yeah, no. We have to protect the gang members.
Right.
We know, and we've seen that. I mean, I make light of it, but we've seen that. They do. They put more emphasis on protecting bad guys than they do on your average citizen.
Well, how many times have we seen the court cases in Cook County where someone gets caught with a firearm or whatever, and they get a slap on the wrist, or they're just turned right back out?
Yeah, absolutely.
We talked about that last show.
It's crazy. I mean, now if it's you or me,
we're done.
Then we're toast.
They'll make an example.
I was just going to say they have to make an example of us.
Us in our arsenal, or super gun owners, or whatever we are.
Exactly. I wish they'd put a number.
Not me, that's you.
I wish they would put a number to that what they say, because that way you got some sort of goal.
They did put a number to it.
It's 17.
Is that what it was? 17?
Yeah, it was more than that. Was it 17 or more, or over 17?
I think it was 17.
I got that many on the cleaning table.
I know, right?
I don't know.
You got that many in the car right now.
We're gonna have to take a break. When we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit about corporate social activism. All that and more when On Target Radio returns, and you're listening to AM 560. The Answer.
Scientists may be able to reverse the process of aging, according to a new study.
Chicago's Morning Answer with Dan Proft and Amy Jacobson.
Would you reverse your age if you could?
I'd be willing to try.
I knew it. Yeah.
Would
sure. You? Live forever, Peter Thiel. Are you going to cut your head off and freeze it so you can be put on a robot body in 2150?
Start your day with Chicago's Morning Answer. Weekday mornings starting at 5 on AM 560. The Answer.
Oh, it's got double D's. I'm in. Let's go.
All right.
Do you like your gun range bag? There's a really cool local company here in Chicagoland that makes the finest range bags anywhere. And these quality range bags are so inexpensive that I bet you won't hesitate to buy one. The Hackett range bags from Hackett Equipment have it all. There are compartmentalized pouches that hold 2 or 4 pistols, ammo, mags, and even targets. Basically everything you need for a day at the range in a stealth design that doesn't resemble a range bag. Nobody will know you're carrying firearms. Additionally, they're super heavy duty and will last a lifetime because Hackett bags are 30% heavier than typical range bags. And the price is unreal. The large pack is under $100 and the small one under $80. But if you visit gunrangebags.com and use the promo code AM560, you'll save an additional 10%. Hackett Equipment bags really are range bags that can hack it. That's gunrangebags.com, promo code AM560. Gunrangebags.com. Do it now.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan at any time that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other carriers. If you're over 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage every month whether you want it or not. In Chicago, the least expensive PPO health insurance plan under the ACA will cost $572 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $7,900 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can show you how to eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium to $278 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $294 a month and over $5,000 with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
Balance of Nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
Scientific research has shown that many cancers and lifestyle diseases can be prevented with a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. This prevention comes from the phytochemicals in the plants. They fight against oxidants that damage the cell's DNA, causing mutations that lead to disease. In my lab, I've seen the immune response increase, I've seen your DNA repair capacity increase, and I've seen DNA protection. As a scientist, I know that Balance of Nature works.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. Call or go online now and become a preferred customer, which gives you our best pricing and free shipping. And after your 3rd month, we will ship to you at no charge an additional set of fruits and veggies. This will be a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
Now return to On Target on AM 560. The Answer. If you have a question or opinion, the studio line is 312-642-5600. Now, Here's your host, firearm expert and educator, David Lombardo.
One of the things I just wanted to wrap up on the, collecting all the guns is Senator Chris Coons did make a valid point from a Democratic point of view. I can see this. You know how it went for them, what was it, 94, as a result of putting in the ban. I mean, they got wiped in the election. He's very concerned that by saying that we're going to, because the Democrats have always said, we don't want to come we're not coming after your guns. We're not coming. They said it over and over again. Obama said that over and over again. We all knew that they had every intention of doing it.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is saying, no, I'm coming after him. You elect me president, I'm going to take them all. Which reminds me, was it Feinstein that said that? If I'd have had one more vote.
Oh, yeah.
It was Feinstein.
Well, that was what the soundbite was. It used to be in our intro.
Exactly.
Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in.
Yeah.
She said if she'd had a couple more votes, she would have been able to do it.
That used to be in your open on the old show.
It was. Yeah, it's that typical liberal duplicity about, we're not doing that, we're not doing that, we're not doing that.
I love how they used to always, I guess I'm kind of glad that they're not even bothering to lie anymore, but they used to always be like, no, I'm pro Second Amendment, but. Right. They always used to. It was always about the big but. But
the big but.
But now they've completely done away with the apologetics and the big but, and they just go right into we're going to confiscate.
Well, they're hanging their hats.
Well, and it's kind of half and half too, because some of them are like, if you say that, you're done. Like you're not going to be able to get elected.
Well, they're hanging their hats on this revolution that these kids started. And they did. These kids really got it underway.
It kind of lost some steam though lately. I haven't heard too much about it.
Yeah, it's been pretty quiet.
But they're still throwing coal on the fire.
They are.
They're hanging their hats that gun control is going to get a sweep in the Senate, and I just don't see that happening.
I don't either. They're really, really, really great at mobilizing. So they're great at getting people together and doing things, and they arrange this whole March for Our Lives thing and all this crap and everything, but. The funny thing is they're starting to, not get the same memos anymore. Mm-hmm. They're, because I'm sure before it was like, don't mention this, don't do this, don't do that. But either they're getting crazier and they're just going off on their own and doing whatever they want to do, or they're not part of the same, group anymore because you're seeing them kind of go off on their own, rants and stuff. And I like it actually.
Well, and I think the interesting thing to all this is the press, of course, just loves it. They've been liberal forever. They're being fed. This is the right message by people, kids for one. They're a big feeder. This is what we're going to do. The press is feeding them. There's this sort of group of people that surround them that are saying this is okay. But you know what? They're not the great unwashed. They're not the majority of this country. You go into almost any state, deep into, even including Illinois, you go to southern Illinois, they're going, no, that's not going to happen. I just, they are good at turning out a vote. They're also good at making up votes. That's the part that does scare me.
Yeah.
And that whole thing that guy was talking about, I forget who he was with, but who was a confirmed liberal, voted for Hillary Clinton, and he says, but you know what? The electoral process is a sacred thing, and I'm telling you, Zuckerberg, and he wasn't accusing him, but he's saying, Zuckerberg and whoever the guy is that has Google, I forget, is it Bezos? No, Bezos is Amazon. Anyway, whoever he is, they're talking about 20 million votes. They could swing 20 million votes by putting out a message that we wouldn't even know they put out.
They could probably swing more than that. I've heard some pretty scary stuff about that, and that's something we certainly have to cover.
That is.
It's its own show.
If it's a fair, straight-up fight, and it is pretty evenly divided between, there's maybe half a dozen big cities that have about half the population of the country, and they're all Democratic. They all are. So just in a fair fight, it would be tough. I mean, it's you're going to have to actually fight for it, but they don't fight fair.
What they're doing though? They're getting out there. They're getting on the news because there's things news loves. The news loves kids, and they love like the shock and awe type stuff.
Yeah, they like that stuff.
So they like Trump a little bit for that, but they're kind of they downplay that a little bit because they're kind of a little bit biased. But the AOCs, the Beto O'Rourke's. They make the news, and they're getting in everybody's face, and everybody keeps getting exposure to these people. And I don't know if that's their goal. Maybe
you're listening on Target Radio. This is AM 560. The Answer. Give us a call 312-642-5600. 312-642-5600. Weigh in on this. I don't know. It's a little hard to predict this because you've got a very hardcore group of people who are literally hanging their careers. They're not stupid people. I mean, they must know something about what's going on the inside. It's hard to say how this is going to play out.
I don't know. I don't know that they have any.
I'm not talking about AOC. She's done.
No, I'm not saying. I don't know. I'm not convinced that they have any sort of metrics or anything on it. I think they're ideologues, to be honest.
Well, you're right. They are.
And what I'm seeing from the young people more lately, like on social media and etc., and even like town hall, when I was trying to feed you articles earlier today, it seems like the climate change thing has really taken over. Like the gun thing is almost like of secondary importance or tertiary importance at this point, and they're like really obsessed with the climate change, and they're absolutely convinced that if we don't take drastic measures, we only have 11 years left before the Earth is destroyed.
It is September, and it's pretty warm. And next week's gonna be pretty warm too.
I'm a popsicle. I don't know what you're talking about.
The other thing that I find a little disconcerting is more and more corporations are buying into this. Now, you have to realize that it's typically the CEO because, the salesman on the floor, his views are irrelevant.
Yeah.
But
some of it comes from the top, but some of it's coming from the bottom now.
Well, and there is a groundswell of activism going on within corporations, and I'm not quite sure how that works, but you are.
Right. Yeah. So what I would say, I think in the past, a lot of it has been from the top. Like the CEO of Starbucks made a lot of comments about, well, if you're a Christian and you don't like what we're doing, you should sell your stock because we don't want you to, be a part of this company. And they even, I'm very anti-Starbucks if you haven't figured it out by now. They said, we don't care what the gun laws are in your state. We don't want people bringing guns into Starbucks in any state. We literally do not care what the laws are.
But they still haven't put the signs up, have they?
Not that I've seen. No,
and I don't think they will. And there's I don't think Walmart's going to put signs up.
Well, that's because, and this is my other beef, is they want to have their cake and eat it too.
Exactly.
They want to get on their soapbox.
They haven't got the guts to do it.
Right. They want to get on their soapbox and say, we think this is bad, but they're not willing to put it all out there and put the sticker up and really stand for what they say they stand for.
I actually canceled my Sam's Club membership this weekend. I know, and I kind of liked them because they have different stuff and it's kind of cheap. But what got me is, I went shopping and it was early in the morning. I was off on Thursday, and I get to the register. She's like, "It's going to be another $16 if you want to buy this right now." And I said, "What?
Why?"
Well, I have a business membership, which usually gets me in early, so they don't check cards at the door or anything. So you get in and you go to buy it, and she goes, "Yeah, we don't have the business membership anymore. All we have is a plus membership. So if you want to buy this, it's going to be another $16. I'm like, "No, it's okay. You can keep the stuff." She's like, "Well, we'll let it slide this time." I'm like, "You know what? Screw it. With the gun stuff, and then with that, I'm done."
Well, that's weird. I actually haven't renewed mine. It's probably expired 4 months ago now. I like the meat department, but I don't know.
But anyway, so now it's the employees that are telling the upper echelon of the corporations, this is what we want you to do. So, this article by Carl Horowitz in Town Hall, he says, this trend is driven by employees, particularly younger ones, and they lean to the left because of their age primarily. They are trying to persuade their employers to be accountable to the general population, and they're getting big companies like Google to do what they want. So about 4,000 employees signed a petition demanding that Google pull out of or not do any new government contracts. It was cloud-based artificial intelligence with potential military applications, and they were all up in arms about it. And Google's like, okay, we won't do that anymore.
I need the Whining Baby soundtrack.
Well, and Dick's, they pulled, now I think everything, hunting, Dick's pulled out. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
They did George is just smiling. They did. They started with the AR stuff, and then they went over to guns. And then now they've taken out any hunting gear too. Anyway, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we got George on the phone. We'll talk to George, and we're also going to go to our favorite ex-vice president, Mr. Biden. He's sticking his foot in his you-know-what. All that more will return with more on Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
The mainstream media wants to divide Americans into neat little groups, and they want you to believe that everyone in each of those groups thinks alike. John Anthony and Charles Love are here to blow up that lie. Join them for Black and Right this Saturday at 1 p.m. when they expose the lies of the media and the hypocrisy of the left and have fun doing it. It's Black and Right this Saturday at 1 p.m. right here on AM 560, The Answer.
Fox News, I'm Jessica Stone. Thousands of auto workers will strike at midnight at the nation's General Motors plants, and more than 1 million Teamsters expect to support them. Fox's Jackie Heinrich.
The International Brotherhood of Teamsters announced if General Motors doesn't work out a deal with United Auto Workers, they will refuse to transport GM vehicles to dealerships.
Contract talks are due to continue on Monday. President Trump says he's okayed a release from U.S. oil reserves to offset price spikes from this weekend's attack on Saudi oil plants. Trilby Lundberg of the Lundberg Survey says gas prices are already rising.
San Francisco Bay Area was the highest at $3.62. The lowest was Baton Rouge at $2.11.
The president also says the U.S. is, quote, locked and loaded to respond to those responsible. New York's governor is pushing to ban the sale of flavored e-cigarettes. America's listening to Fox News.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
Safer USA, Chicago's most trusted name in firearm training, is offering beginners classes, tactical pistol and rifle, long-range rifle to 600 yards, and the most comprehensive Illinois concealed carry program available. AM 560 On Target Radio co-hosts David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz will prepare you to carry a firearm for personal protection, including firearm, holster, and ammunition selection. A comprehensive law review designed to keep you out of trouble and even how to deal with home invasions. Firearm, ammunition, holster, class notebook are provided. Safer USA and the Aurora Sportsman's Club invites you to participate in this one-of-a-kind Illinois concealed carry program that also qualifies you for Florida, Utah, and Arizona non-resident permits. Find out what over 6,000 students already know at saferusa.com.
Or call 815-741-3474. That's 815-741-3474. Safer USA. Choosing to own a firearm is your business. Teaching you to own it responsibly is ours.
Dean is a stand-up guy.
I have a wife and 3 children, and their financial security is important to me. You just never know what lies around the corner, and that's the thing I worry most about,
He knew he needed life insurance, but...
you got to go through a lot of hoops. I didn't have 2 months to wait. That was the biggest part of my decision with Ethos.
Dean settled on Ethos for good reason.
The underwriting process for Ethos was so much different than it was for everywhere else I was looking. This made my decision really easy.
Now he can relax.
Security, that is the biggest benefit. Both my wife and I are very, very happy with the customer service, the peace of mind. The feeling of being covered is great.
Be a stand-up person like Dean. Ethos is life insurance built with you in mind. Straightforward, super fast, and affordable. The online application takes just minutes. There are no commissioned agents, and you'll get an instant hassle-free estimate.
My family and my wife will be taken care of. I'd highly recommend Ethos to anybody looking for life insurance. It's a no-brainer.
Go to ethoslife.com. That's ETHOS life.com. ethoslife.com.
Rumpke's Garage, repairing America.
You've heard Rumpke's Garage commercials on AM 560, and now they specialize in servicing Sprinters and light-duty diesels. But the experts at Rumpke's also service Isuzu and Chevy low-cab forward trucks. So if you own an Isuzu or Chevy low-cab forward truck but aren't sure where to get it repaired, take it to Rumpke's Garage, your #1 dealer alternative for repairs to your Isuzu NPR, Isuzu F-Series, or Chevy low-cab forward truck. Whether gas or diesel, your truck is the lifeline of your business. That's why Rumpke's Garage offers free loaners while your truck is being serviced. They'll even pick up and deliver for your convenience. Rumpke's Garage has the factory scan tool to properly diagnose Isuzu and Chevy low-cab forward trucks. Their commitment to your business is backed with a complimentary maintenance plan and free 2-year warranty. Go to Rumpke'sGarage.com to learn more about their specialization in Isuzu and Chevy low-cab forward trucks and schedule your appointment today. That's Remkes, REMKES, Garage.com.
Now return to On Target on AM 560. The Answer. If you have a question or opinion, the studio line is 312-642-5600. Now, here's your host, firearm expert and educator, David Lombardo.
Again with the bumper. We're back with more On Target Radio. So I did want to, we were talking about corporate social activism. I did want to give a thumbs up to Wayfair because this article points out that some companies are not buckling under the pressure to be left-leaning, and they had a bunch of employees do a publicized walkout to protest a contract that the company had with the government to provide $200,000 worth of beds so that the Baptist Child and Family Services could operate a migrant detention center for unaccompanied children in a Texas border community. So the Wayfair employees were, all up in arms about this because they consider that to be a pro-Trump thing. And the co-founder said, hey, we have a commitment, we've got a contract, and we have to live up to our contract. Yay Wayfair. So not all companies are giving into these whiny little children.
If I owned I do own a company, I would have a hard time with my employees telling me what to do. I just would. Now, it happened all the time in my company.
That's true. And actually, you never listened to me.
No, but what can I say? We got George on the phone from Will County. This is the George we know. How you doing this evening, George?
I'm well, Dave. How are you? Good evening, Gretchen. How are you?
Hi, good.
We're doing good.
I'm here too. I'm good.
My apologies.
I'm just giving you some.
Other white friend. I don't know. So what's your comment about fair fights?
Right. Yeah, we have to get out of the mindset of thinking that a fight is supposed to be fair. If you've been in a street fight, there is nothing fair in a street fight. We're not in a boxing ring. We're not doing, not even MMA. I mean, you got to pull hair. You got to fight sometimes. You got to grab them by the nuts. And right now, we've got a lot of fight that we have to step up to. So when we talk about places like Walmart or we talk about Dick's, I literally gave up my Dick's card and gave up my Walmart, my Sam's Club membership as well for that exact reason. But here's the things that we have to start saying to them. Don't wait and run out of your inventory. Go ahead and just return it or get rid of it. Take that loss on your books. Since you're going to listen to your employees right now, go ahead and look at the minus signs that are happening on your balance sheet and then come back and tell us if, in fact, that your policies of listening to a bunch of ingrates, pajama boys and snowflakes, if that's the actual way that you want to run your business. And we have to start saying, as conservatives, as Republicans, and, well, for that matter, independents that don't want to have to be told where we have to go and shop and someone else tell us that we can't have our safety taken care of by carrying our carry conceal into one of these locations. Now, Walmart they're actually banning customers, and they've got a couple videos out on Facebook, and actually the last one I saw was on Twitter. They're actually banning folks. They'll call the police. There was one video. There were like 4 or 5 cops that surrounded the guy with his carry conceal or open carry down in Texas, and they banned him from the store. Had all stores, not just the ones in Texas. He's not allowed to go into any store.
Yeah.
So that's just utterly ridiculous.
I did see that, yeah.
George, I have many times recommended to conservatives that they should read Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. It's a well-written book. It's the playbook that the liberals follow, and it's why they're winning so much. And people look at me like I've fallen, off the moon or something. But you're right. It's time to start fighting fire with fire.
Absolutely. And I have that book sitting on my desk. And it is actually one of the 3 books I try to tell all candidates that actually want to run for office to start reading.
It's a good book.
If you don't know your enemy, if you don't know your enemy, how can you fight them?
Absolutely. George, appreciate you calling this evening.
My pleasure. Good night.
All right. Take care. We also have Rick on the phone. And we got Rick, you got just about 1 minute, but you have a comment about the Democrats never change. Here's a surprise.
They're never going to change. They want to control everything. They want to control what you do in your house, what you do outside your house, what kind of car you drive, and they want to get rid of guns. And they're blind. They can't see that. I live in Hammond, Indiana. One side of my city is Gary, Indiana, and the other side of my city is south side of Chicago. I live in the crime capital of the country, and I've been carrying a gun for 30 years. And I've had a few people come up to me and try to rob me until I pull out my gun. And they went, oh. So the bottom line is, leave me and my guns alone and, get the bad guys and put them in jail. And when some kid gets caught carrying a handgun, put him in jail for 5 years.
I hear you. I appreciate the phone call. We're going to have to take a break, Rick. But I certainly hear you. I certainly believe in that. They go after one thing and they say, this is what we want, and then they get it, and then they just immediately go to the next thing. Finally, they're coming out and saying, we want them all. So at least we're getting it on the table.
Yeah, you showed me a headline that somebody was teaching pedophilia as a sexual orientation. And was it at a college?
Yeah.
Was it a college or university?
San Jose State, I think it was.
These colleges are getting crazy.
I said, didn't I say that before gay marriage was legalized? I said...
No, I agree. It's ridiculous. We got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the latest college lunacy, and you're going to get your moment of AOC Zen. All that and more when we return with On Target Radio. And you're listening to AM 560, The Answer.
Hard drives fail. Viruses destroy data. Having a copy of your work, photographs, financial records, and other important files is one step in a thorough backup plan. Geekometrics offers a secure online solution by placing a copy of your data off-site where it's safe from theft, fire, and unauthorized access. Losing photos and financial information is devastating. Geekometrics' secure online backup solution is a reliable way to back up important files. The most common reasons for not backing up are uncertainty about what needs to be backed up and how to do it reliably. Geekometrics provides a full-service managed solution with no storage limit. Geekometrics does all of the setup, configuring, testing, and monitoring. Your data is even safe when you travel with your Mac or PC laptop. Call 630-759-9283 to talk to a specialist who can help you keep your data safe. 630-759-9283. Geekometrics, helping you keep your data safe.
The following statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Amberen trials tested mild to moderate symptoms. Testimonial is based on 90 days of use. Results may vary. IRI US MULO, 52 weeks by UPC.
Hi, I'm Mary Lou Retton, and I want to talk to you about something I haven't liked to talk about until now, my menopause. All my life, I've had energy to win gold in '84. But when menopause hit me, with the hot flashes and the night sweats, I began to feel sluggish every day. That all changed when I discovered Amberen.
Amberen safely relieves 12 menopause symptoms by helping to restore your hormonal balance. Amberen is 100% drug-free, estrogen-free, and clinically tested. Amberen is America's #1 menopause relief supplement.
Thanks to Amberen, my fear of hot flashes is gone. My sheets aren't soaked every night, and my energy is back. Give Amberen a try and see what it can do for you. It works. It really works.
Hurry to your Walmart, Walgreens, Target, and other fine retailers nationwide and get Amberen today.
Hi, it's Amy Jacobson. You know, our listeners helped build MyPillow into the amazing company that it is today. And now MyPillow is giving back to our listeners. You can get deep discounts on all MyPillow products by going to MyPillow.com and clicking on the Radio Listener Specials box. I love these pillows, and you know you will too. So receive huge discounts on my pillows, mattress toppers, my favorite, the Giza sheets, and more. For example, the body pillow that provides the perfect comfort and support for your entire body is regularly $89.99, But with the promo code Amy, it's only $29.99. All products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. Go to MyPillow.com and click on the radio listener specials box and get deep discounts on all products, including MyPillows for only $29.99. You'll get 30% off mattress toppers and deep discounts on Giza cotton sheets. That's MyPillow.com. Click the radio specials box and enter promo code Amy or call 800-489-0201. That's MyPillow.com. Promo code Amy.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. To participate, call the studio at 312-642-5600.
It's time now for your moment of AOC Zen.
If you've been contemplating evacuating Illinois for Florida, be careful what you wish for. It turns out Miami won't exist much more than a few years. It will be submerged into the Atlantic, according to a top climatologist intimately familiar with climate change. Yep, no other than our very own socialist boss, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, has deemed it so and recently detailed it to an NAACP audience. Miami won't exist in a few years unless we do something about climate change, she told them. That something would be adopting her over-the-top Green New Deal, which strips Americans of a handful of freedoms in exchange for making a few government officials wealthy beyond their wildest dreams. And believe me, that's saying a lot, since liberals always dream big and expensive. AOC continued, when it comes to climate change, what is not realistic is not responding to a solution on the scale of the crisis, because what's not realistic is Miami not existing in a few years, she said. And I quote, to thunderous applause. We need to be realistic about the problem, she added. She needs to be realistic about sentence structure and grammar. All of the Democratic candidates have bought into the Green New Deal to varying degrees, with Bernie Sanders' plan costing the most at $16 trillion. Everyone knows that for any given liberal program, the juking of the benefit ratio numbers is only exceeded by the underestimation of the cost of implementation. You can take it to the bank, or probably more appropriate, you can take it from the bank, that it'll cost more and yield less than we're told. AOC is not without detractors. Among them, well, virtually all conservatives, 99% of Miami area realtors, architects, and building contractors, every single bank that makes homeowner loans, and any environmental scientist with a degree from university not listed in the back of a matchbook. You got one.
Oh, yeah. So we didn't have a chance to talk about Joe Biden.
Uncle Joe.
And his gaffe in the debate on Thursday. So he was asked on Thursday by the moderator, as you stand here tonight, what responsibility do you think that Americans need to take to repair the legacy of slavery in our country? And he sort of rambled on and on. He keeps interrupting himself, but the highlights are he wants to increase school funding by he wants to triple it. So he says, I propose that what we take is those very poor schools, the Title I schools, triple the amount of money we spend from $15 to $45 billion a year. Give every single teacher a raise, because I'm sure that will change everything. And he says, number 2, make sure that we bring in to help the teachers deal with the problems that come from home. The problems that come from home, we have one school psychologist for every 1,500 kids in America today. It's crazy. We bring social workers into homes and parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. They don't quite know what to do. Play the radio, make sure make sure you have the record player on at night. Make sure that kids hear words.
Wow. Is he talking about like giving money for deaf kids?
Double barrel magazine extended clips.
Yeah.
We could start a whole new segment on Biden and the stuff he says.
Oh, yeah.
Let's call it Biden Sticks His Foot in It.
Exactly.
Hey, we have a name. That was quick.
Yes, it's for you to develop.
Yeah, I love John Nolte of Breitbart says, Biden's plan is to send social workers into black homes to turn on this thing called a record player or the gramophone or the Victrola or the 8-track, whatever hip kids are turned on by, to make sure that kids hear words. Try to imagine the media reaction if Trump said he wanted to send government employees into black homes to teach black parents how to raise their children.
Into those neighborhoods.
Oh, yeah.
Into those neighborhoods. Yeah.
And, he points out paternalism is a devious form of racism, and so is infantilizing.
And the next article, it's not about Biden, but
it's not much better.
It's about universities and
other schools.
Proper English is now considered racist.
Yes. Well, because it disadvantages people who don't speak proper English. But isn't that why we go to school?
I was just going to say, it seems to me that if you're at the university level, the object is to graduate people who do speak and read and write proper
English.
English.
So American University, I'm not sure where that is, but American University has hired a professor to teach the other professors how to grade students based on their labor rather than their actual writing ability.
So word count rather than grammar, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure how they don't go into details about how you grade based on effort rather than production.
More words, more effort. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
More words, more plagiarism.
you can't make that stuff
Copy
up.
paste.
I mean, realistically.
That's what I was thinking. So this dude that they hired believes that a person's writing ability should not be assessed in order to promote anti-racist objectives. He says that previous practices of grading writing promotes white language supremacy.
Okay.
But you know what? Actually, plagiarizing and penalizing someone for that might be racist, because if you plagiarize a lot, you did a lot of work to plagiarize all that. Like, you had to go copy and paste a whole bunch.
Okay, we're done now. That was fun.
And you did a lot of research to find the stuff to copy and paste from.
Right.
That's,
you should get credit for all that research.
We're done. That's it. When we return, more of Gretchen's action items. You're listening to On Target Radio, and this is AM 560, The Answer.
Did you miss the open enrollment this year? I can help you purchase a PPO health insurance plan at any time that eliminates the mandatory maternity coverage. This is Tom Marabali, your health insurance advocate and independent producer for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois and other carriers. If you're over 50 and are covered by the Affordable Care Act, you're paying for maternity coverage every month whether you want it or not. In Chicago, the least expensive PPO health insurance plan under the ACA will cost $572 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $7,900 before your bills are paid at 100%. I can show you how to eliminate the mandatory maternity coverage and lower your monthly premium to $278 per month with a total out-of-pocket cost of $2,500 before your bills are paid at 100%. That's a savings of $294 a month and over $5,000 with my lower deductible. For a free quote and to see if you qualify, call me, Tom Marabali, at 630-863-3477. That's 630-863-3477.
Balance of nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
My skin's a little better and a little more energy. It's all around. It's pretty good stuff. I mean, I'm very skeptical about things, and when I do get something, it better be good or else I won't get it. So if I'm sticking with you this long, that means it's working.
I've had a couple of times where I thought I was going to get a cold or the flu or something, and then a day or two later, I'm fine. I never really got sick the whole time that I've been taking Balance of Nature, so it's keeping me healthy. So I'm just going to continue it.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. Call or go online now and become a preferred customer, which gives you our best pricing and free shipping. And after your third month, we will ship to you at no charge an additional set of fruits and veggies. This will be a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code Chicago.
You're listening to On Target Radio on AM 560, The Answer, with David Lombardo and Gretchen Fritz. Here's David and Gretchen with more interesting conversation on gun control, concealed carry, freedom of speech, and other red meat issues that affect your life. Stand by. Here's Gretchen with your action items for the week.
from the Illinois State Rifle Association. We have several court cases slowly moving through the courts. The gun dealer licensing certification case has been delayed because the original judge recused herself, and a new judge has been appointed. We are waiting for our new hearing date, which may just be a preliminary hearing. The Vivian Brown Floyd card case was heard by the Illinois Supreme Court on Tuesday. I do not know when we will hear anything. The White case will have a preliminary hearing on September 17th. We will let you know when oral arguments are scheduled. The White case deals with the failure of the state of Illinois to issue an Illinois concealed carry license to a person who has a Floyd card and no criminal record. The Wilson et al. Versus Cook County et al. Case will be appealed with the United States Supreme Court. We have a lot of cases going on at this time. The ISRA is fighting for you. If you are not a member, join now. If you are already a member, please support the ISRA by attending the 6th Annual Constitutional Rights Fundraiser for the Illinois State Rifle Association on Monday, October 14th from 6 to 9 p.m. at Ruby Agave Latin Kitchen in Homer Glen. Your $35 donation includes yummy Latin food from Ruby Agave and soft drinks. I put the flyer on our Facebook page earlier today. The following Safer USA classes are at our facility in Waterman. Saturday and Sunday, September 28th and 29th, Illinois Concealed Carry 1. This 16-hour class will be taught by David and meets the training requirements for Illinois Concealed Carry as well as Florida and Arizona. Sunday, October 6th, Long Range Rifle taught by Ed Janka. Saturday, October 12th, Illinois Concealed Carry Renewal class taught by David. To sign up for classes, go to saferusa.com and click on register.
Ruby Agave is a good place.
Yeah, and it's a fun place. Like I like the ambiance.
Yeah. We the cigar club. We've gone there and had we call Ruben. We want a dozen of these and a dozen of that. We get there and it's all laid out.
So is On Target Radio going to be there?
On Target Radio is going to be there.
Cool.
We will.
I will. I'll add it to my calendar.
Please do.
Absolutely.
Please
Absolutely.
do. Yeah,
Like
I have to go for political reasons. So I mean, I would go anyway.
I go for the food.
I'm going to go for political reasons.
Because it's the ISRA, but also for political reasons. So yeah.
Yeah,
we're
we're
all going.
And he's a really good guy.
3 orange whips.
3 orange whips. That's right. That's right. But he's a really good guy. He's active in politics and is extremely supportive of the party. And he in fact is donating.
Yeah, he's donating all the food.
Yeah, so that's
wow.
Yeah,
nice.
And you're talking probably a couple hundred people. So
I've never been there. I don't know how big of an establishment that is.
It's fairly good size, but there's a lot of tables, so it's kind of funny.
It's kind of tight where the tables are, but they probably could hold over 100.
I think so. Yeah.
Eat my food and go. I'll be all right. I'll take it to go.
There's actually there's an area you'll like. It's like made for introverts, like these big booths and stuff. So you could just go hide over there.
That's where she goes and hides in there.
I would, yeah. If I didn't have to go do politics and work the room, I would.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's good. You like it. I'm sure you will.
Cool.
So that's coming up. We're going to be next weekend. Will be one more plug here. We're going to be at Gun Rights
Phoenix.
Poverty Conference in Phoenix, and the show is going to be all Eric.
All Eric. Yep.
All Eric all the time.
All Eric all the time.
We're hoping that he comes up with a good co-host so that he doesn't have to Joe Walsh it.
You never know. We'll
you
see.
triggered, brah.
So there's that, I guess.
You need to do a Loretta Lynch straight to camera thing.
There we go. That's good.
If you're by yourself.
Well, we'd like to thank you for listening to On Target Radio.
We'd also like to thank George Hoffman on the board. Learn how you can be a sponsor partner for a lot less than you'd imagine. Call 815-741-3474 for details.
And be sure to listen next week when I'll be covering, pretty much whatever I want because I have a microphone.
We can sum up this whole show with this. Or not.
Probably not.
Nice. Nicely done.
Hi, this is Amy Jacobson to talk about my incredible experience with Online Trading Academy. I signed up for my own free class, and you can too. You'll be introduced to skills to take control of your financial future. You'll learn the right moves to make when the economy turns and how to spend less time worrying about life and more time living it. No one else will ever care about your financial future as much as you do. It's time for you to start learning how to invest in you. Seats are limited. Just call 844-778-7132 to attend and get 2 free passes to their next class so you can check this all out. And if you call right now, they will send you home with their Professionals Insider Kit. It's loaded with exclusive investing courses and some of their best lessons from the pros. This is a limited opportunity and seats go quickly, so call 844-778-7132. That's 844-778-7132, or visit them online at otaclass.com, otaclass.com.
What's happening? What does it mean? Why is it important? We've got the answer. AM 560, The Answer, WIND.